Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today is Saturday in my world as well. It's just a bit over past 8:31. I'm just waiting for Alice to get here. We are going to be heading to Vandula Farms for the ecuagenera show. They're doing a pop-up this weekend there, so we just kind of want to check out and see the plants that they brought. There's probably really nothing that we both want from ecuagenera, to be honest. There was one plant that I wanted that I tried to pre-order. I technically ordered it before the deadline, but they wouldn't let me order it, so we got a little beef ecuagenera, but it's fine because honestly, like, the last thing I need to do is bring more plants home right now, especially a new import. So I don't know, we'll see if I grab anything, but honestly, there's really nothing I want. I just kind of want to go and see what they have. After Vandula, we're going to head to another nursery that's about 10 minutes away. If Archie lets me. I'm just, every time I leave the house, I'm like bracing myself to not go into labor. I am a little bit nervous. I'm in a lot of discomfort right now, so we'll see how much I can actually do today. That is what the morning is gonna look like, and then we'll just come back home and see what else we can pitter-patter around with today.
We're not well. This is not a good day already.
Yeah. We're off to a really cruddy start.
And I'm hungry.
I'm hungry and I can't breathe. This is all wrong.
It's all dash. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, so good morning, everyone. We're a hot mess today.
Yeah.
We have misplaced a crucial
I don't know what happened.
piece of her mic thing that
Connects to the phone.
connects to the phone.
I took it off. I had it plugged in my phone because I thought I was filming on the way here. So I unplugged it from my phone. The whatever magic thing port.
Do you think it's in your car?
No, because I unplugged it in here.
Oh, in
to
here.
hand to you.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I don't have the piece. And I'm like, what?
I was like, oh,
It's nowhere to be found.
So yeah, I mean, it's got to be in this car somewhere because she clearly was using it. And then I knocked over a box of plants and perlite onto her lap. Oh gosh.
Oh, drink.
Oh, I was like, maybe this will fix our day. She made some lavender lattes.
I made yours milkier.
Oh.
Because if you're used to drinking McDonald's, you probably are used to it milkier.
What are you, a barista or something?
11 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad. We're running a little late, but it's fine.
We're hoping to get there before it opens, but it looks like we're gonna get there only right before.
Yeah. But
That's okay.
fine. It's just harder to film when there's people.
You don't want to get them in the shot.
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to go there and pick out the best plants.
No.
I don't think I'm gonna get anything.
I was just saying in my intro, I don't think there's anything I want because I'm beefing with Equa about my pre-order.
But if there is a pink floor, you're gonna get it, right?
Well,
they did say that it's gonna be there, right?
No, the guy said they'll have similar ones, so I don't think they're gonna have pink floor. I know.
Oh, they'll have Linamia and Gloriosa.
That's probably what he's talking about.
Oh.
May I interest you in a Gloriosa?
I'm good.
Ooh, what's that? So anyway, we took some questions.
Oh yeah, okay.
It always stinks here. What are they doing on Anasis Island?
They're cooking poop.
Oh, and why do I keep sniffing it?
I know, it's like, oh, it stinks. Gross.
Why do I do that?
What did you want to answer from yours?
You pick.
Oh, okay. One question was, would you guys do any other live stream? Love hanging out with you too.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
although okay, you go.
We were talking. Your hair is straight.
I know. I said I didn't do my hair.
It just clocked. I like it.
It's like kind of shapeless.
No, I like
wash it every day after a shop day. I'm like scrub.
You don't even have to curl. I mean, obviously, it's like luxurious when it's curled, but you look so different.
I do look really different.
Whoa,
But
this
we're
is
gonna
my
get ready.
car.
Anyways,
Sorry.
you were gonna say about the live stream?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we're talking about going live on YouTube anyway together.
Yeah. I was gonna say about the plant the plant story palm street thing. This past stream was more like a one-off thing, because like you can't just go live on there without selling plants, because that's what they're all about. So until they're launched in Canada, I don't think we're gonna go live. But we will go live when they go live in Canada.
They'd have to like ask us to though, right? Like,
no, well, I'm now approved as a seller, so technically I could sell on there, but I can't sell to the States.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, what's the most impactful thing that the plant hobby has taught you or taught you about yourself?
Oh gosh, that's a big one. Most impactful thing. What's the most impactful thing that the plant hobby or the plant community?
Hobby.
Plant hobby.
Right? Hobby, yeah. But that's broader though. Hobby.
Yeah. I mean, I think I always say this. I feel like it's patience. Like it's just taught me, like, because I think now in the age we're living in, it's like instant gratification. Like we want to see results now. We want the thing we want it ordered now. Like, but with plants, like you have to be super patient. And I don't know. I feel like that's kind of trickled into my personal life too. Where
when you want something, you're like, do I really need it?
Yeah.
Take a moment.
It makes me actually like think about things, you know.
Yeah.
And not always just want instant gratification. Or
for me, it's taught me a lot of like social bravery, because when I first entered the hobby, like it never even crossed my mind that there's a community for it.
Yeah.
Until the pandemic, and I'm like, okay, I guess like where am I gonna find, like the stores are all closed, let's find some plants. And then like I think on Reddit or something, I read that Facebook is the place to be. So then I joined Facebook. No, I was on Facebook.
I was like, wait, you joined Facebook?
I joined a Facebook group, which is the YVR group, and that was like the start of everything.
Oh wow.
And like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have met you, I wouldn't be on YouTube, I wouldn't have an Instagram.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Actually, like, because do you remember Andrew from the Pup and Bud? Did you ever follow his Instagram? The circle trellises?
Yeah.
So I was friends with him pre-pandemic, and he was telling me like, oh, you should join this group. It's like pretty small, but like you can get good information there and you can find some cool plants. And that was Jing's group. And I was just like, okay. Like I was kind of hesitant about joining a local group, because I was like, I don't know if I want to make like real life friends, because I'm so socially anxious and stuff. But like, yeah, it changed, obviously.
Yeah, like the amount of anxiety around even starting a channel is pretty intense too. But it took a few years being in the hobby and like being on Instagram and interacting to kind of build that up. And obviously it helps when your friend is on there first. So I think that was the biggest, most impactful thing.
Isn't it kind of like brings you confidence in like your personal life too, I think, just like as a person.
And like the more you do that is scary to you, the more bravery you have to do other things.
That's a good, man, you had a good answer. My answer sucked ass.
Do you buffer cocoa chips and cocoa peat when you make your own mix?
I think I'm trying to, because I'm filming so many videos at once. I'm trying to
like
remember.
Overlapping?
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to remember if that video where I talked about it is going up before this one. I think this one is going to go up before the other one.
Is this
where I talk
Are we in a week up right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm doing a vlog.
This? Okay, a vlog.
Just a vlog, yeah. But I have my, like, I did a day of planting that's going up in 2 weeks, where I talked about the cocoa and I started the experiment. So I talk about it more in depth next week. I think it's going up next week. But no, we do not buffer our cocoa, but
and I don't even really use it.
Yeah, I think I was using it way more than Alice, but we are in the process now of kind of learning about buffering cocoa and the effects of using unbuffered cocoa.
But long story short, don't use it without buffering.
Yeah, I mean, we have no definitive results yet. Like, I'm the type of person that needs to like try it myself before I tell other people to not do anything. That's kind of like the mindset. That's why I get so angry when people are like, don't grow in no drainage because your roots are gonna suffer. It's like, did you actually try it? Like, have you?
But you did try unbuffered.
Yes, I did. And so I'm kind of like running an experiment just to prove it now. But yeah, I would say to err on the side of caution and don't use unbuffered cocoa. I didn't realize it's so short. Like, the drive is so short to get here.
Yeah, it said 11 minutes when we started from your place.
Louise.
Yeah. Maybe after, because we have to rush in there to film.
Yeah.
And just sit in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And chill. So, okay. Meet you inside. Okay, so we are here. It's pretty small. I don't want to get anyone's faces, so I'm going to point it down. Over here, we have things that I know absolutely nothing about.
Oh no, well now the white foam, right? So she's looking
Got waterberryanums.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard of this before, the anthurium lavinium. Have you guys? I wonder what, or lavinia. I don't know what that means or what that is.
Yeah. So it's good that you didn't have to.
Anthurium quiettan. What? It's like I'm learning for the first time. I don't know what anything is. Never heard of anything. Oh, this is David Portia Dreams inverse crossing. I don't know what the cross is, but it's obviously got to be like with a lux, right? Because so pebbly. Anthurium, ecuagenera, green soul. What's a green soul? Alice, look at this. What's a green soul? Forgetty-eye what?
Forgetty-eye crisp? It's so big.
It's nice. I kind of like it. Sorry if it's shaky, guys. Collidiflorum guayusa?
That's what's collidiflorum.
Pali guayusa.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna pass you over here. Oh, it's another one. Oh. No, it's not. This is anthurium silver soul. Silver soul. Anthurium rabbit ears. Anthurium serocampanense. Oh my god, Archie is kicking me like crazy because I had a bar. This one's pretty cool. Angustulatum. Okay, I don't want to get in anyone's way, so I'm gonna try and just go where people are not, and I'll try and go back to the ones that I missed. Hi! I think I like this one. This forgetty-eye is super, super cute. It's really dark. I mean, obviously it's gonna have silver venation. Like, you can see the silver, but it's like a very, very dark leaf. What is a philodendron morning sun? That doesn't look like that. That does not look like the photo. You know what I think this is? I think this is the free bird. Whatever a free bird is. I'm gonna have to look up what a free bird is. Oh, I know, I saw that. Look at this brandy. We don't do brandies in my house, but she's cute. Oh look, they have the Soderoy cross. This is really cute. It's so pink. But I really want the summer glory or I forgot. I'm like upset that I didn't get my pre-order and I don't even remember the name of it.
You want to see the cutest orchid?
What? Oh, come on. Oh my god, look at it. Just a little grass. They have it. Got him. I think I have this one. Plow pasta. Yeah. From Lauren, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this. Sorry, it's hard to show you guys anything through the plastic, but I think I have that. Oh my. Got heteros, good size. Malafo blossom. This one is a spiritus cross. So it's a spiritus quillalii, I think. Oh, quillalii round. Is it quillalii round? Oh. Philodendron quillalii round. It's okay. It's not amazing. Got a big old patty here. My patty is starting to get big, thank goodness. Magic Spirit. Kilo. This one's a Linamii Plowmanii. They all look very similar. I'm so sorry. It's so hard to show you guys anything through this plastic. Philodendron ecuagenera vibes. Oh, wonder what that means. Got some nice gloriosum white veins, it looks like. This one's a really, really nice one. So silvery. And then, oh, this is the Sherbericii ecuagenera. Very pretty, but I don't have a lot of luck with this. It hates me, but it's beautiful. It's really nice. Anthurium Lux. Really dark. Nope. I'm just here, yep. Zamora Queen. This one's pretty. I don't know. I've never heard of a oh, here. It's a Marmoratum 2 with the Queen. Interesting. Bradley Spirit. Really pebbly, kind of like shiny matte texture. I wrote what? Never heard of that plant before. Ecuagenera Green Soul. This one's smaller. The sinus isn't fused on this one. I hope mine stays fused. Anthurium Titanium. This one's pretty cool. It's really dark. Kind of got a pink little sinus. This one's a besseae af with a nigrolaminum. Oh, interesting. This one's a Forgetii Lux. This one like has a partially fused sinus. It's really cute. But it looks like this one doesn't have a fused sinus, so I think I wouldn't like it if it wasn't fused. Magnificum. Regale. What is this? Oh, this is a Forgetii nigro.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Look how red it is.
I know. Look at those lobes.
I know.
Like little bunny ears. Oh, it's so crooked. Yeah. Interesting. I'm into it. I'm into it. This one's oh, this is another one. It's bigger.
Oh,
it's humongous.
Why is this?
We're not buying packs from there.
Definitely don't have space.
Forgetii white stripes. This one's a besseae nigro. Oh, it's the same thing. I'm like definitely leaning towards. I know, it's pretty.
You know what would be cool if we could find the perfect crystallinum?
I know. That's like my hope every time I go anywhere. I'm like, when will the perfect crystal?
Like this?
Oh man.
That's really nice.
She does exist. Tingo Maria. That's a lot.
What does it say?
It doesn't say, I know. Look how cute it is, the venation on it.
Yeah. It looks like this one looks like a crystal.
I know.
It's inverse, maybe with. It's gonna be something so random we'll never guess.
Oh yeah, I know. Besseae apps down there. What is this? Oh, it's a mag.
I would think not.
This is a Lux Regale. I can't remember if I've been here already, but we're back. Amazon Diamond. I like the texture and color of this one. How come it doesn't say what? Like sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. Oh god, my back's starting to hurt. Anthurium Happy Bunny.
Oh yeah, this one is Nuclear Lux, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
This one actually has great bunny ears.
I know, it is very happy. A happy bunny. Ooh. Oh, look what they did to the leaf. Mag silver. I know, look at that. It looks like a super.
Beautiful.
It looks like a super silver. So, oh, silver special. I always say super special.
I want to see if this one's nicer. Like even no, right?
I don't know, but that.
This one's really narrow though. Ooh, that one's nice. Really thin venation.
Ooh, luxury jungle. Look at those ears. I don't know what a luxury jungle is, but it's cute. When there's no flowers, they all just kind of look the same. And I killed my last one, so we're not doing that. Look at that little darling angel. I would unalive that in a hot second, so we're not doing any orchids today. Whoop. No matter how cool. Oh man, that one looks like rosemary. Am I thinking of rosemary? We're in the greenhouse now. I'm so sad I can't have these. They're so cute, but they're like highly toxic to dogs and humans. So, but look how adorable. Like that would be so cute in a windowsill. Oh, I love how sun stressed they are. Why am I tempted to get another one of these? I don't even know where I'd put it, but I'm like obsessed with them right now. Oh, and they have this one too. Oh, and this one. Am I a Haworthia girl? Haworthia girly? Ooh.
I don't know what I captured there. You know how I always turn on, like, think I pressed record, but I didn't?
I always do that on my phone.
Yeah, I always do that on my phone.
Okay, so somebody asked while we were in there, someone asked on the question box if Alice is still going to be friends with me when Archie is born.
Oh, of course.
What do you have to say for yourself?
You know what? I think it's going to be refreshing for you to have a woman in your life that's not gonna like try to give you advice on parenting and stuff. Because I feel like all of your
doesn't want to just talk mom stuff all day long.
Yeah.
Because I get tired of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I get like
I would be tired of it.
Yeah. Like I love the advice. I love like obviously I'm absorbing everything right now, but like I don't want being a mom to be my whole person.
Also, just a side note, I think I do, if I were you, I'm pretty sure you do, appreciate how Jing is. She's just like straight to the fact. She's not like looking for opportunities to advise you on stuff or like try to predict your future for you. She's just like, do this, like this, the practical stuff that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think I get annoyed when people like they use their own experience as like a marker for how it's going to be for everyone. Like so many people have said like, oh, you're having a boy, just you wait. Oh my gosh, just you wait. They're going to be like this and that. And it's just like, can you not project onto me, please? He's not even here yet. And I'm like,
I think there's like a good amount of projection. Oh, Jappa dog is here now.
Oh man.
God, we had Jappa dog last time too.
You did.
It's going to take them a million years to set up and fire up. We're not going to get Jappa dog.
No. Okay, so let's answer one more like real plant. Well, let's answer a plant question. I should probably drink water. What is one genus of plant you'd like to explore? Do we have any?
Probably orchids. But I
was going to have the same answer, but I don't think that my passion for it is ever going to be there. I think I just really like some of the cute ones, but I don't think I'm going to be like full-blown orchid girl. You know?
I just think there's enough similarities, and they don't grow foliage as fast and they're easier to like contain. I just don't, I don't think I'll ever be a full-blown orchid person, but there's like something about how established and how long-standing that hobby is that attracts me.
For sure. I'm definitely, I'm so curious about it, but I don't know. I just don't know if I have it in me to bring in another genus to care for. That's like just being honest. Yeah, I think I'll always keep it under like 5. But I would like to explore it. I wouldn't get anything too big, like those huge, like, what are they, cattleyas that are with, like, the giant leaves. Yeah. I don't have space for that. But I would like to but explore a genus that is, like, primarily grown for flowers. I think that would be nice. I think if I were to get into orchids, it would be the mini ones. Yeah. Because it's, like, easier to, I mean, I would assume maybe easier to keep and, like, house, right? Like, but they're like high humidity. Yeah. Did you see all the ones that are like cold growing? Oh yeah, those are probably like really difficult. Yeah, cold is difficult. Nepenthes, maybe? Oh, Nepenthes. I've never owned a pitcher plant. I have, but I killed it. But that was like way back. Like I think I owned a pitcher plant back in like 2018 or 2017 or something. Yeah. And I didn't really know. I just sneeze. Bless you. Do you want to put the pot in the back? Bless you. Very delayed. You want to see my pot? So cute. I love that color. I wanted to show my people. If we put my camera on after. No, yeah, we can put your camera on now. So we're actually going to be heading to another nursery called Knapp. I'll probably just record on my phone. I don't know what their inventory is going to look right now. Oh, the seeds. Sometimes they have, like, I got my Hupersia there before. Sometimes they'll have, like, the one-off really cool cactus or succulent or something, but I don't know what their stock would be looking like now. Also, remember we got those really, really cute clay pots there? Oh, yeah. I want at least one more of those. I don't know if they'll have it, but... I wonder if they have Crocs in stock right now. They always have, like, a wall of Crocs. Last time the Crocs weren't there, weren't they? I feel like that was when I wasn't wearing Crocs yet, and so I never even really looked at them, but they used to have Crocs in stock. But this store, I feel like I haven't shown this store in a long time. This is the store where they sell hot tubs and plants, hot sauce,
they
clothes,
have,
everything.
Like, imported like European candies.
It's just a
really
catch-all.
random.
It's a really cool store though. It's fun to just hang out and see everything. So hopefully Archie is good for like the next
Do you need to use the washroom before we go?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I've tried to not drink too much because I'm not using the porta potty. Okay. Well, I'll see you at art now. Oh man, I lost it. Oh, so here's art now. 8 dualas. So here's the plant section. And then the hot tubs. So random. Ooh, they have ferns. I do like this fern. Have you seen this fern before? It's so cute.
Oh, yeah. It kind of reminds me of polynera.
I know, I was just gonna say that.
That's cute.
I don't know how easy they are to keep. I wish I had a window in my bathroom.
I love it.
What is it? Oh yeah.
Tail.
That's random. I feel like that grew from a pot and they're like, yeah, let's just sell it.
That's pretty cute. Look at the veins on it.
Oh yeah, it's so silvery.
Oh, that looks like dynamite.
I don't get how they grow decursivas in the store and I can't grow it like at home on a pole.
But actually, if you look at a petiole, it's like really square and little winged.
It's definitely a mag. Oh, I want this fern so bad. I'm scared of it. Look how
it's really cute.
Look how cute and whimsical it is.
I think that can just be
I might try it again.
if your nighttime water.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, just always just get and have a dumping it.
Look how I like how it cascades. It's so magical. Okay, fine. I'm gonna get one. She's a bad influence. Okay, I'll get that on the way out. No, you're gonna get at least one pot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely get a pot. No plants still.
No plants. Team McDowell. Looks like they don't have Hoopersia.
No, I'm just looking.
I feel like we're gonna get one this year though. I don't know why. I could feel it in my bones. Oh yeah. Look how pretty this is. Pretty. This one looks like kale. Like a kale. Nothing really super exciting in this aisle, so we're gonna skip over that. They have a really, really cool cacti and succulents here. Look at this guy. Get a load of herb. Oh god, I'm having contractions, you guys, and I don't want to freak Alice out, but it's hurting. It's really, really hurting. I hope this is just false labor, because she's not gonna know what to do. And I'm not gonna know what to do. Oh, they have little tiny baby ones, but I feel like I want a big one. This one's really variegated. Super variegated. Air plants. I don't trust myself with an air plant. Their arrangements are really, really cool. They've definitely spruced up this back area a lot more since the last time I've been here. Like they're actually taking the time to make displays and things like that, which is pretty cool. Oh, this one's really cute. This guy. Look at those little, what are those little balls? Oh, there's pearls. I was like, what are those? They've been impaled. I have to show that to Alice. That's actually really funny. That is so funny. What are you little green onion looking thing? Oh, interesting. What is this? We've got like the big plants here. Holy smokes, it's lush right now. Oh, they chopped down the green Congo. This one used to be up to the ceiling. It was like all the way up there before. Snake plant. Got some pothos here. They do have carnivorous plants as well. Look at these little funny curly guys. Little silly goose. I like the color of this. Back here, there are some carnivorous plants, which I probably need. I just don't. I'm not good at keeping them alive for whatever reason. I guess they just need to live in a swamp like that. I need to stop bending over for it. I'm not even gonna try and get down there, you guys. Sorry. I can't do it. Archon guys, big Brazils. Oh, they have more air plants here. They're kind of expensive. Actually really expensive. $12. Hey, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, yes. I think the only thing I want really is that fern. We're gonna give her a go again, I think. Whew. Oh, they have the dracaenas that I really like. This one. Back there. They're cute. It's like a white knight or something. Because look, there's like a little bit of like variegation. Okay. I think that's good for the plants. And then we're gonna go look at pots. So Art Knapp always has really cute pots. This one's cute. I like you. And you have no drainage hole. I think I need a cute pot for my fern, like a cute cover pot for the fern. Look, it looks like me. Dun, dun, dun. This is quite cute. 17.
No, I think I should get 2. I'm getting 2.
That's adorbs. You can put in my cart.
Okay.
In my cart. In my cart. Oh, they're cute too.
Isn't this where you got
just
those
like some little things.
before? Those little brown ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo. This is cute. I like you. Look at you. Aww. Aww. I have never seen this before, you guys. They have a fake ripsalis. We love that. Dang it, there's no price on it. I bet you it's like $40. But this is so cool. I wish they made one that like they weren't branching like this and it was just like really long, you know? But that's cool. People are definitely stepping their game up. Okay, I'm home. Alice made us Pudge, stop it. This dog, you guys, has been driving me bananas the last 2 days. He's just been so barky, so like, I don't know what is going on with him, but he has just been on the naughty list for sure. She made lavender lattes and they're so good. Okay, so before I eat lunch, I'm gonna show you guys what I got. So first things first, the most important thing that I got today were these mochi buns from Alice. I'm telling you, she's like Snow White. I don't know, she just like thinks of things one day and she's like, I'm just gonna make it. And yeah, actually let's have a bite. This Tupperware is so cute. Oh, they smell heavenly. Oh, yummy. They're so squishy. Mochi dough is my favorite in the whole wide world. They're so bouncy. So she said. Remember I told you I had beef with ecuagenera? Well, long story short, I ordered a full 24 hours before the deadline to pre-order was. And basically they emailed me back with this very short, just like, no, sorry, it's too late. I was like, no, actually it's not. Told them like that it was the 12th, that's the deadline for the Vandula show. And they're like, yeah, sorry, it's too late, we can't add it. So it's not Vandula's fault. I messaged Vandula and I was like, hey, like I just want to confirm that like your deadline was actually the 12th because they're not letting me pre-order. And they're like, no, like you should be able to. And like Eugene, who's our ecuagenera rep here, he was like, no, like you should be able to order. Anyway, it didn't go through. I wasn't able to order. I'm a little salty, but the universe said, you know what, Sherman, you've been a good girl. And they had one pink glory. So it's funny that I can't even remember what this cross is. I think it's a Gloriosum linamii. It's something because it has like pink veins when it first emerges and it's so beautiful. Yeah, I just like that it has like the texture of the McDowell. Let's just get it out of here so I can actually show you what it looks like in natural light, because once we head into the plant room, you guys know my lighting situation in there is just cock-a-poo-poo. So this one was $50. I think it is a little pricey, but this, I don't think I'm gonna, no, that's a lie. I am importing more this year. And I think it's, I mean, the import order is probably not gonna get here until Archie is here. So that's gonna be interesting to be acclimatizing and taking care of a newborn at the same time. But you know what? This year is just full of adventure. That's the theme. It would help if I had some scissors. Overall, I would say the plants at the show looked like they were in really good condition. I didn't see any that were like really bad. Okay, I need scissors. I can't remember if the pink glory was cheaper. I think it was to order it online. But then I think I would have had to pay like a PayPal fee anyway, so whatever, it's fine. Plus, you know, I want to support Vandula, and they like put in a lot of work and time to bring this show here, so I was happy to buy. Let's just make sure that, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna I would have thrown it up on the screen with the actual crosses if I got it wrong, but like, look at that texture, you guys. It feels just like a Dean McDowell. Backs are red. And it does look very Gloriosum heavy, but it's just got the pink. And so it's got a new leaf coming. Hopefully it unfurls okay, and then I can maybe show you guys later what an emergent leaf looks like in my care. But yeah, I'm excited to get this puppy open and see what we're working with. But that is plant number 1. Plant number 2 was an unexpected one. I did not think I was going to come home with a new anthurium today, I'll tell you that much. But the color, the texture, the sinus, it got me, and it was a really good price for this size. So I have no regrets. I think this one is gonna be a really fun one to grow and have. I hope that I can keep these leaves happy because, like, obviously you expect some leaf loss when you're importing, but these leaves are so delicious that I'm like, I don't want you to die. Please stay with me. Oh man. Okay, so what got me is this like rhino skin texture. Like, look at that texture of the leaf. It's like froggy, rhino-y. And it's got, so there was one that was a bit bigger. I would have shown you in the little montage. Bigger in size, it was probably about this big, but the lobes were fully open. So I don't know if this specimen specifically is gonna be closed, like just permanently closed. And if it is, I would be so happy. I could see this easily becoming one of my favorites. So, oh, by the way, this is a philodendron, anthurium ecuagenera green soul. And it's a cross of a besseae aph and a forgetii. Or maybe it's a forgetii bess. Or bess forgetii. I don't know. But what a freaking find. I'm so happy with it. It reminds me of my forgetii Carla so much. But this texture and the color is just incredible. So I think, I don't know what the plan is gonna be, but I hope I can keep at least some of these leaves on it, because look at how amazing it is. I think I'm going to cut this and give a piece to Alice, not just because I like sharing my plants with her, but I kind of do it selfishly so that we have insurance in case something happens to the main plant. I'm gonna show you what I got from Art Knapp. So that I only got 2 plants from the ecuagenera show. I wanted to get, okay, I know I said this on my vlog. I know I said that I wasn't gonna do plants in Archie's room because I wanted his room to be a place where it was just like his own. And I'll throw in a picture of kind of what it looks like right now. I wanted it to be really playful. I didn't want it to be like sad beige mom aesthetic. And I didn't want my hobby encroaching on his space, but like with the theme of it being like very safari animal-esque, I just feel like it needs some green. So I'm gonna do fake plants, okay? They're not real. So I got 2 fake ferns, and I don't know what the plan is gonna be with this, but maybe I'll like stick it in a corner somewhere, or I really don't know. But this is one thing I got for his room. Another thing that I got was just so random, and I don't even know what plant this is trying to replicate. It looks like an oversized air plant. It's literally got like fake soil and everything. It's so funny. I thought it was in like real soil, but it's fake. But it's cool. So I think I'll stick this in here too, or stick it in his room too, and it'll just kind of like bring the decor together, I guess. And then, oh my God, I love that anthurium. I'm actually very happy with my little haul today. I think I did a good job. I spent more than I wanted to, obviously, today, but I think I got good stuff. Okay, and then the next one is kind of a wish list, not really a wish list plant, but a plant that I've loved for a long time. I did try growing this before without success, but that was years ago. So I'm gonna try again, and that is this asparagus fern. I think this could be my favorite fern of all the ferns that you can grow indoors, because I just think it looks so whimsical and beautiful, and like once it gets really big and it like cascades and hangs, it is just, it's amazing. So I'm gonna try again, and we'll see if I have better luck this time. But yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go, but definitely want to get it repotted, I think. But I'm very happy with that. Did I say that was the last plant? I forgot. I got this little guy. He was hiding. Alice kind of found this last minute. It's a clarinarium. I know, you're probably like, what? But like, look how veiny, and it has spider mites. Look how veiny and like neon it is. I've actually never seen a clarinarium like this before, specifically with like this color venation, having so many of these micro veins or whatever. So there's actually an offset on this. There's one growing, so I'm gonna try and chop it off, and then I'm gonna give a piece to Alice. She does not have a clarinarium, but I think she's gonna give her another go. Oh crap, I'm spilling on my brand new rug. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna eat lunch, and then we're going to spend maybe like an hour or two in the plant room doing some repots and stuff. And then I gotta water this plant shelf. And that might be it for today. I kind of want to enjoy the weekend, do a little bit of work in Archie's room, and I don't know, watch a movie or something. I'm trying to like enjoy my weekends. So yeah, I'll see you in the plant room. My favorite leaf on my large form, Deliciosa, finally yellowed off. So sad. I don't know how to get these like really nice fenestrations. All of the new leaves on mine have just been so ugly, but like, I know she's capable of it. I know she's capable of it, but I just can't do it. Okay, I have my phone here that I need to charge. And I think while I'm repotting and doing all the things, I can answer more of the questions that came in for me and Alice. I have my cart behind me, so I should have everything I need. Okay, I think the first one I want to do is this one. I am going to be leaving both plants in water overnight, so you won't actually see me potting these, but typically I like to just give them a nice 24-hour soak. I'm in love with this. I really hope the sinus stays fused, because this is just, I just love anything that has a fused sinus, like a forgetti eye. By the way, you might hear some background noise in a little bit. Vince is taking Pudge out for his walk, and he's probably gonna be back any minute now. I was telling Alice that I think today was the last day that I go out and do any kind of planty thing, or just anything in general. Like, I think I just need to stay home. I've just been getting really, really nervous that I'm gonna go into labor at the worst time. I can't think of anything worse than being far away from home / my hospital / Vince, and I'm like driving or something, and then I start having contractions, or my water breaks, or whatever. Today was the last of it. Oh my gosh, yes, it has. It's got a big old chunk. Woohoo! I wanted to give a piece to Alice. I wanted to give a piece to Jing. And maybe propagate one to sell to make my money back a little bit. So I'm gonna chop and let it callus a bit before I get it into water. But look at that chunk. It's long. It goes all the way down here. A lot of these roots are gonna die off. I know they look really healthy. Some of them will stay, some of them will go. But I don't think I'm gonna do much root trimming, because they look pretty okay right now. But I am gonna just take some chunk cuttings for my pals. So maybe I'll go closer for this one. Let's do one down. Probably gonna chop some roots off in the process, but that's okay. So we've got one here. I'm sure there's probably like at least 2 or 3 nodes on this one. I can see 1, 2, 3. There's probably 4. And then I'll take another cutting. Maybe a little higher. And we've got this one. I can see one. Oh, this one's got like a little offset already on this side right here. So this one probably has like at least 3 of them, hopefully. Okay, and then I still got this big old chunk here, and I still have plenty of roots. I really didn't take a lot of roots off of the main plant. Just gonna try and clean up as much of like this husk as possible. I'm probably not gonna chunk clean because it's actually pretty clean already. And this thing is in flowering size already. This is exciting. So I'm just gonna get this into water, but I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, the leaves feel great. And I just think that this is gonna be, I think I'm gonna have a pretty okay time acclimatizing this. Hopefully it's not super finicky like a besseae af, but you never know. I'm just hoping for that hybrid vigor. I'm likely not gonna do the bin method for humidity. I think if anything, I'll just, I don't know, I could probably fit it in here. Actually, I might stick it in an exo. I'm gonna put this in the shower, give it a spray down just in case there's any pests on it, and then I'll stick it, I'll find some room in this exo just so it's in a little bit more humidity. And then I've got these 2 chonkies that, should I leave it in soil or moss? Maybe I'll do a mossy soil mix for their chunks because I don't know what they're gonna want to move it to. My spidey sense says Jing will move it to perlite. I feel like she roots everything in perlite, and I think that Alice will probably move it to a tree fern soil. But, ow. I'm just gonna chop this moss up a little bit more. I'm actually, oh, you know what? It's Tropicals that uses like that shredded, it's like they put it through a grinder or something. And then ecuagenera uses more of a long fiber moss. But since I'm gonna mix this with soil, I'm gonna chop this up a little bit so it doesn't retain too much water. While I'm doing that, let's figure out a question to answer. Owie. He's just like really pressing on my bladder and it hurts. He just, again. Okay, someone asked, what do you think about Costa Farms dropping ties in stores? So this is kind of like old news. I think they first announced that they were gonna be dropping ties in like 2022 or something. I think it was 2022, and they were showing all these huge like specimen sized plants, right? And I think they even had like what the price was gonna be or something. Like someone was projecting the prices, or I don't know if the pricing was out there already, but everyone was going crazy. And I remember a lot of people, like a lot of sellers were selling their ties really fast because I think they were anxious that, you know, the market was going to get all messed up after Costa dropped the ties and they wouldn't be able to sell their ties anymore, which is, I would say, a legitimate concern considering how much they were. And I'm sure like these sellers had invested a lot of money into them. So like, yeah, there was a lot of sort of panic selling, I guess you can say. And then like it kind of just trickled in terms of Costa getting the ball rolling on selling the ties. I think I'm gonna separate this actually. This little growth point. So just wanna make sure that there's a node. I'm pretty sure there's at least one on there. I don't know if there's any on here. Oh my gosh, Archie is going, I really don't like the feeling of when he moves around in there. It's very uncomfortable. So anyway, like Costa sort of lost traction. They announced it and then nothing ever dropped when they said it was gonna drop, and people were wondering what the heck was going on. And then I remember they posted this update, what was it, like a year later? I could be getting the timeline wrong. And they said that they were going through some issues with propagating the Thai, and like it wasn't as easy to propagate as they thought, and so they were having trouble getting it into like mass distribution. So it's taken a while. Obviously they've sorted out the kinks because now we're seeing Thais all over the stores and they're like 20 bucks or something, which is crazy. Like I never thought we'd be ever in a time where Thais would be $20. I paid $800 for a specimen sized Thai, and that was back in 2020 or something, or maybe it was 2021. I don't remember. I think maybe 2021. So it's just insane to see the prices of them now. Really a lot of plants, seeing them in the stores. Like, I don't know if it's like this where you guys are, but they're selling pelted gerums here in the stores now, which is insane. That's like the last anthurium that I would have thought they'd put into mass production, considering how slow they grow, and like it seems as if they only have one leaf all the time. I don't remember the last time I saw a photo from a collector who had a big bushy pelty. I don't know, they seem finicky. I really like the peltigerum. I don't know, I just don't like it enough to own it. And I've been tempted a few times, especially now that they're in the stores, but I think I would have eventually gotten sick of it. So, oh my Lanta. My bladder is fighting for its life. He's just so heavy. I'm tired of complaining about it too. I just want to give birth. I think I'm ready now. I'm ready. It sucks because when we were at art nap, I just had this really strong urge to pee. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee myself, because I was hoping that I could hold it till I got home, because their bathrooms are like all the way across the store. You have to like go into a different building, and I didn't want to walk through the rain, but I was thinking I was probably gonna pee myself if I didn't go. So I made the trek slowly but surely, and then I go to sit down to pee, and it was just like a little trickle, and that was it. I'm like, seriously? You know what it feels like if you're a woman, what the feeling like if you've never been pregnant before, the pressure on your bladder, it feels like having a UTI all the time. Yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun. Anyway, going back to the original question, I am in support of when plants like this go into mass production and becomes more accessible for people. Even as someone who does sell, I think that people who own shops probably feel different, because it affects their business, obviously. You know, they're hoping that they can have a higher markup on these plants, but then when you have big greenhouses like Costa Farms that come in and essentially capture that market, you know, you kind of have dead stock at that point, and you have to match market price in order to move your stock. So I get why some sellers are against tissue culturing and like hate when big greenhouses like Costa Farms comes in and like produces a harder to find aeroid and then sells it on the market for dirt cheap. But personally, as a collector myself, I'm excited when plants like this become accessible to people at a lower price point, because I don't know, I think plants should be accessible. And it sounds hypocritical as someone who sells plants sometimes at a much higher price point, but I think that it's crazy that plants go for like the hundreds and the thousands, tens of thousands. I've been in the hobby, I've been in the imported aeroid hobby since 2019, And I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around the prices that some of these plants go for, even though I am part of that consumerism, I'm part of that market. I have paid hundreds of dollars for plants before, but it's still like, it kind of just, it's crazy, right? I mean, you have to admit it's crazy. I'm gonna hold on to this little one. I don't even know if there's any auxiliary buds on it, but I'd like to try and sell a little tiny cutting, if I could, once a leaf grows from it, to make some money back, because that's how you do it, people. That is how you fund the hobby. Oh man. Ran out of substrate. Crap. Maybe I'll just bend it. Okay, let's use a smaller one. I didn't think that one through. I have to remind myself to get centered again whenever I move my table, because when I'm editing, I'm like, oh my god, you're like on the right side. Move! I've been wanting to really finish Archie's room, more so because I'm stressed out every time I look in there and it looks like a storage closet. And technically I still have 5 weeks left till my due date, but I keep telling you guys I feel like he's gonna come early. 2 days ago I thought I was in labor, but it was clearly just false labor because he's not here yet. But I was the first thing I thought, it was like, oh my god, his room's not done, it's so messy. Haven't even set up his bassinet yet. And so yesterday I just forced myself to finish his room, and I think I mentioned it in this video about his room. Sorry, pregnancy brain. But my hands hurt from the hot glue gun making the fake clouds. I'm gonna try to make 2 more today. Like, I don't know, watch a movie and make some clouds. That's what I did yesterday, but I might have to wear like put a band-aid on my finger or something, because like pressing the hot glue gun, and then I kept burning myself. I'm like, this is dangerous, dangerous work. Very dangerous. Should I water? I'm gonna let them callus a little bit actually, but I can make tags before I forget. Who is this again? Oh, Ecuagenera Green Soul. These names are so silly. Silly goose names. Okay, so it's a forgetii besseae. I knew it was the inverse, because I'm like, it looks way too much like a forgetii for the forgetii to be the pollen parent and not the mom. All right, makes sense. Please, child, stop. Okay. Done. First task done. I need to put these somewhere so that everything is all tidy. I would like for today to be as less chaotic as possible. Is that right? As less chaotic, as little. I would like to keep the chaos to a minimum. I'm also tempted to get 2 more of these bad boys, of these tables, because I think I could use it, honestly. It's like I have plants that need to be repotted, and then I have my workstation, and I usually need one for my soil. Right now I'm just using it on a stool and elevating it, and then I need one for like the plants that are done. I think I just convinced myself to get another set. I think the next one we are going to open is the Pink Glory. I don't think this one's gonna have a big chunk, because look how small the plant is. I wouldn't doubt if this one had been chopped prior to the show. Let's see what we're working with here. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I don't know why it's so active today. Okay, and then I'll answer another question. How did the 2 of you end up with such stunning monstera albo specimens? So mine is actually from a batch that came in from Japan, and that was back in 2022, I think. And me and my friend, well, my friend, she bought a couple of them. She like invested and bought a couple of them. And then we chopped it up. Well, I did. She basically paid me to propagate them and like sell cuttings and stuff so that she could have her main plant paid off. Took some time, obviously, you know, because I wanted to sell plants that were fully acclimatized, rooted, had new leaves and stuff. So it was a long period of waiting and having all these albos, and a few of them didn't make it, but you know, it all eventually got paid off. These roots are pretty much all gonna be toast. Honestly, I think I'm just going to start over and keep this in water for a long time. I'm not gonna transfer this one to substrate because I feel like philodendron definitely do better acclimatizing and rerooting in water in terms of best chance at keeping the leaves on the plant and getting roots fast, because the speed in which you can root can either make or break the plant. So water is great if you have water with a bubbler, like one of those fish bubblers or fish tank bubblers. That's even better. The only reason I'm not using mine really is because I'm filming so much and the sound, it's kind of loud, and yeah, it just interferes with the audio, so I haven't been using it. But I'm gonna probably put this in my tent and just keep it in water. What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? What was the question? See, times like this, I want to remember. I want to be the one to remember. I'm stubborn that way. I don't want to have to look at it again. I lost. I don't remember. Albos. Dang it. So anyway, from all of those albos that we acclimatized, or that I acclimatized and grew out for her, I didn't keep any of them. I'm gonna take off the bottom leaves. I want the plant to focus on roots and not trying to maintain so many leaves on it. So I'm going to remove all of these. They're perfectly healthy. These look so much like Linamii leaves. It's crazy. And I think I'm just gonna leave the top two. It's so weird to see this stem, these petioles that look just like Linamii, but it's it just looks like gloriosum. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so this one, I'm not gonna chop the stem because it's really small and I don't really feel the need to propagate this right now. And I'm just gonna get it into some water. Oh, that was aggressive. And so this batch of albos specifically came from a seller who had been selling in our area for a long time before the COVID boom hit. And so I knew that if I wanted to get a nice albo, that I would have to get it from her. And yeah, she brought in stunning albos. The variegation was just top notch. The stems looked beautiful. She had a good mix of albos to choose from that were like the sectoral variegation. She had really nice marbly ones, and yeah, we just got really lucky being able to buy from that batch. And pretty much all of the plants that came out of that propagation batch, they're all just so beautiful. And so yeah, I think whoever was able to snag one was very lucky, because, you know, me now having a piece of that plant and seeing how beautiful my plant is, I'm like, man, good investment, good buy. Okay, so this has like a crazy root ball and there's so many hairline roots. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna touch it. I am going to just plop it into its new vessel and leave it alone because I am scared of this thing. So I have talked to people who grow this plant successfully. They say it's one of their most like fast growing ferns. They have to trim it back all the time, and they are all growing it in no drainage. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm happy about it because obviously I feel the best growing plants in no drainage. That's where my comfort level is, and I just, yeah, I feel good about it. It was hard to choose which one to get because there were so many nice ones, but this was like the bushiest one, and I just want it to like cascade. And I think eventually I'll get this on a Russo tower and get it really high up so that it's just cascading down. I can already imagine it. This is not the ideal vessel, but I have been fighting the urge to go thrifting to buy clear vessels because I don't want to spend the money. Don't want to spend the money. So I'm just going to use this for now, and I'll probably just get a cute cover pot for it. But I think this size is good. I don't know if these ferns like to be root bound or not, but it'll definitely have some room to grow. Stretch its little feet. And I'm going to do leca down at the bottom. This isn't a really dense mix, but I think like with my chunkier mix here, I don't know if it's gonna love it, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And I think I'm gonna sprinkle some myco on the roots. I'm gonna use billions. I'm gonna sprinkle some down here where the root ball is gonna go. And I'm also going to sprinkle some sort of along the sides too. It smells so good, I want to eat it. I'm just going to place it like that. Okay, so yeah, anyway, I always have the longest stories for the simplest answer, but there's no specific growing condition, fertilizer, light, anything that is contributing to how nice the plant is. Ew, it's my hair. Gross. It's the specimen itself. So if you are looking to buy a really nicely variegated albo, your best bet is buying from a plant that you can see what the mother plant looks like. It doesn't guarantee that your plant's gonna look like that because it really just depends where the auxiliary bud falls on the stem. Because even though like the albos that I was working with had beautiful variegation, there were the cuttings here and there where it would land, the auxiliary bud would land on just a green part of the stem or just a white part of the stem, and then you would just get an all green albo or an all white albo. So there were some duds. I had to throw away quite a few albos actually, quite a few of the props. But I would say that 95% of them had really, really amazing variegation. So yeah, if you are buying like an albo prop or an albo stick, if you can ask like what the mother plant looks like, that would be my recommendation. And obviously if you want to save money, you can buy like a chonk, but just know that it comes with risks, right? Kind of like, this has been on my mind recently because I've seen a good amount of people in Facebook groups and stuff that write bad reviews or like are in the comments kind of bad mouthing sellers or just in general kind of complaining about anthurium seeds not germinating or a seed germinating and having a runt. That is the price that you pay for a seed. Like usually some of these seed prices are insane. Like even for a crazy cool cross, I'm like, what the heck? That's for one seed. I could never. But if you are buying a seed, you're buying it at like a fraction of what an actual plant with leaves would be. And so when you buy seeds, I just wish that more buyers would have some accountability for the risk that they're taking buying a seed. That's why I don't buy seeds, because I want to know what I'm getting. I don't want to buy a runt. I only now started selling my runts as runts because there are people that are interested, and it's like, who am I to say like that you can't grow out a runt? But you know, obviously the price will reflect that. But I just wish people would take accountability. That's it. Not to say that I'm like always favoring the buyers or whatever, or not to say that I'm always favoring sellers and like I don't think sellers should take accountability. I could go on and on and on about the things that sellers should take accountability for and things that I've seen where I'm like, oh, that's like a crappy seller, you know? But I just feel like in the plant world specifically, there's too much of this entitlement to have like a perfect plant when you're trying to save the most money and not spending the money to buy an actual plant. And you know, you want to go the seedling route, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, if you don't get the plant that you were expecting, you just have to tell yourself, well, yeah, that's the risk I took. Ow, these have like, ow, jeez Louise, these have like little spikes in them. These aren't toxic, is it? That got me good. That was painful. Okay, not doing that again. Anyway, here she is. She's kind of entangled now, sort of like cascading over, and I hope that I can get even more, but I'm nervous. If this was not the price that it was, I only paid $5.99 for this, I probably would not have gotten it, to be honest, because I have such a bad track record with this plant. But I think it's gonna be cute. I just need to figure out where I'm gonna put it. I kind of want to put it in my kitchen, but maybe not. I don't know yet. Who's next? Clairnervium? Sure. I am giving a little piece of this to Alice. Excuse me. It's not gonna have any roots, but I think she knows that already. Next question. I should be able to answer all of these. I have so many things that I need to repot today. So I'll probably answer some of these personal questions too. Maybe I'll answer all the plant ones first, and then we can do personal ones at the end. Which plant are you most excited to see grow during the growing season? 1 philodendron, 1 monstera, 1 anthurium. I like this question. Okay, let's start with the philodendron. Which philodendron am I the most excited about seeing grow? Gosh, that's a good one. Honestly, okay, before I got the Pink Glory, I think it would have been my Patriciae, which is kind of crazy because I don't have the best relationship with my Patty, and it's just taken so long to get to the size it is now. But it's been pushing such good size leaves that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a really, really big plant in no time. And yeah, I think that one is gonna have, hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but I think that one's gonna have like a major glow up this summer. And I think I should be reaching leaves that are, maybe by the end of summer, I should have a leaf that's somewhere like this big. Oh, I can't even fit it in the frame. Because the one that's coming out right now is probably like this, and that's unhardened. So shoot, maybe even bigger. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to chop it. It might have to transition out into the living room though, but we'll see. Okay, taking you closer really quick. It's got some nice roots. Feeling good, but this is where I'm separating. I think you guys can see where there's two separate growth points. So I am going to, I thought maybe I could just break it off, but I'm gonna have to chop. So it's always so hard to chop on camera, like doing it as close as possible to give you the best view, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I think I can go right. Sorry, you can't see. right here. That was a dicey cut. Oh my gosh. That was way, that's way, no, I wanted to get so much more stem than that. That was not what I wanted to do. Oh no. Look how tiny it is. That's what I get. That's what I get for trying to be like, oh look, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I should have just done it. I wanted to get so much more of that stem with the aerial root. Oh no. Okay, this one's gonna have to be calloused like a freaking mother heifer. Like, where even is the stem on it anymore? Alice is gonna be like, seriously, Charmaine? Seriously? This is what I'm working with? Dang it. It's not what I wanted to do. And it has the tiniest stem too. Okay. Well, oh. Look at that. So there's more stem down here. There's more stem down there, and there's growth points. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna steal you. And I'll give Alice both of these. Look at that. World's tiniest stem with looks like 3 growth points. So she'll take both of those just in case. And then I'll keep this one, but it has spider mite damage, so I'm actually gonna be spraying all of my new plants in the bathroom once I'm done repotting. So yeah, anyway, isn't this so precious? Look at how cute that is. That is the cutest little thing. At least she got the cute leaf. This one's cute too. It just has some damage on it, but it's fine. Hopefully it keeps these really, really veiny textures, because that would be nice. I am gonna dip this in some callousing powder, which is sulfur powder, cinnamon powder, and rooting powder. Sulfur dust? Okay, I'm not repeating that. That's too much work. I'm gonna leave this out for a bit, let it really, really callus, but I will get this potted before it dries out. And that one, what do I want to pot it in though? Oh, maybe I can do, that is a big, look how chunky that root is. It's like an extra thick udon noodle. I'm gonna pot mine in this pot size. It's not huge, but I think it's gonna be okay. I probably could go bigger, but since I just chopped it, I'm just gonna err on the side of caution. I know it's not Come on. You know what? I don't think this is gonna be big enough now that I'm looking at this udon. That's pathetic. That's not gonna work. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You are gonna stop pretending like you can fit into these pants. Maybe I can put Alice's in here, but it's kind of big. That's what she said. So I'm gonna do this method. I'm gonna try my best to cut some holes down at the bottom. I'm not good at cutting holes on these, but I'm gonna try. Gosh. Please just let me. Can you just let me? Oh, there. It's like you have to just get it at the perfect angle to snip this corner. Ugh. Whoa, that went flying. How many drainage holes do I need? 2? Now I'm gonna hurt my finger. No, we're doing 1 drainage hole. You get 1 and that's it. So I'm doing this. Did I finish that question? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so for the philodendron, yes, I think it's going to be the Patriciae for philodendron that I'm most excited about. For monstera, what monsteras do I even have? I have Monstera esqueleto. I have my large form, my Thai. There's one monstera that I am excited about, but I can't say it just yet because I have to wait to do it in a video. But I would say probably I'm the most excited for maybe my Burle Marx's Flame. That one I don't have any fenestrations on it just yet, but I think this summer is when it's gonna happen. I hope I can get my first little lobster claw on it. I don't know, it's taking so long. So I had the top cutting from it and I gave so Alice gave me the top cutting. She took the bottom and hers already has claws on it. So hers is growing way faster than mine, but she was growing in a tent this whole time and I was growing mine out in ambient. And so I moved it to my tent maybe 2 months ago or something like that. So hopefully I can catch up. I am excited for that one because that's one plant in my collection that I still am like, I can't believe I even own you, honestly. Like, what even are you doing here? Ariana, what are you doing here? This is just dangling in the wind. It's like a little dingleberry. This pot is obnoxiously large, but that's how you get leaf size growth. Oh, and then for my anthurium, I think the one I'm most excited about is... Why can't I answer this? I don't know. Who am I most excited for in terms of my anthurium? This one's kind of random, but maybe my... What did she give me? A King of Spades Dock Block F2? Or no, Dock Block Mag F2? Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that's what it is. My Dock Block Mag F2 from Dania. I should probably repot this too because it's, I don't know, it's getting all yellowy. The roots kind of look not great either. I mean, it's super rooted, but it has like sort of that translucent color. I wonder if it's not getting enough light, but like, do you see how it's getting all yellow? I don't know if that's fungal. And how come you're not in a pot with drainage? I'm not doing anthurium with no drainage anymore. Look at this new leaf. It's so red. It's so red. I'll link Dania in the description. We did a trade and I sent her some ripsalis and some other fun plants. I think that's the one I'm most excited for because it's just so beautiful and it's so red crystal like. And yeah, I just hope that I can see some nice size growth this summer. That would be very exciting. All right, definitely gonna need to spray this one down because these spots are concerning. Not that like my house is spider mite free or anything, but you know, it doesn't help to bring in more, that's for sure. Okay, you're done. I'm not gonna reuse that soil. Now for her cutting, I think I'll do it in here. Or maybe we can go a little bigger. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that answers that question. Thoughts on EFN? I don't know what you mean, but my thoughts are that I don't like it. It's really freaking annoying. I think EFN would be probably the only reason I ever got rid of my philodendron glorious because that plant is just so EFN heavy and it never doesn't have EFN. And I'm like, I can't live like this, having to shower you multiple times a month. It's like the glorious is one of, in my opinion, one of the easiest philodendron to size up, but it requires the most maintenance in terms of managing the EFN. On a small plant, it's fine. I remember when I used to be able to just take it to my sink and wash it down, but now I've got to like lug the thing in the shower because it's so big. So yeah, I don't like EFN. I wish EFN only existed on aroids growing in the wild, but can't it just stop? Doesn't it understand it's inside now? It doesn't need to do that. There are no ants in here, man. Opinions on the anthurium besseae. Do you mean like true besseae or besseae af? Because there is no similarity between a true bess and a besseae af. I don't even know why it's called the besseae af. They're nothing alike. If you mean besseae af, I really like them. I think they're beautiful. I think some of them, like the variation of besseae af it's just so vast. Like you can get besseae afs with like really wide flat sinuses, or you can get ones with really big sinuses. Like I love the variation in them. What am I looking for? Oh, but I find them to be so hard to care for. I have owned 2 besseae afs already. One was an import, one was fully acclimatized. Both did not survive in my care. And this was back in 2022, maybe? So it's like I already kind of knew what I was doing, you know? But yeah, as much as I love them, it's just not enough to, it's not enough to own it, essentially. So this is, what are you? Who are you? Oh, anthurium clarinervium. Oh, I am definitely taking a nap today. Today is a nap day. I woke up so early. I don't like waking up this early on the weekend. Somebody, Nikki, you came up to me at Vandula Farms today. It was really nice meeting you, by the way. I felt bad because there were a few people that approached me at Vandula and, you know, we're obviously just like, I love your videos, like it was so nice meeting you and blah blah blah. But I was just like a corpse today. Like I, for one, was having bad contractions all day and I was just really uncomfortable, and 2, I am just so sleep deprived. I just couldn't think, and I feel like I was being awkward, and I hope I didn't come off as being rude. But I'm not here mentally. I'm not okay. So yeah, it was nice meeting you guys, but I'm just, man, I am not myself. I haven't been myself for the last 8 months. Okay, so now we're moving on to the not new plants, just some plants in my house that need some love. This one was a plant that I sold in the North Shore live sale and it tanked. It just, yeah, got all shriveled, the roots died, so I'm gonna start over. I'm just gonna stick this in a prop bin in water because that's how I propagated it the first time. And I'll check in on it in a couple weeks. Well, that one was fast and easy. Okay, I've been here, just trash. Oh, I bought these. It says steel cup hooks. Steel cup hooks. I'm hoping this works in my ceiling for the clouds that I made because they're just hanging on by double-sided tape right now. And the last thing I need is for a cloud to fall on my poor mother's head while she's here. So I want to get those reinforced today. Oh my gosh, it's so messy. Let's just pour that in there. We can probably use this for something. And all of this is trash. I will keep you. I still can't believe they had one Summer Glory and I got it. That is just... Fate is usually not on my side that way, ever. And honestly, I felt like such a Karen. I did. I had to, okay, I asked my sister, I talked to my friends, and I'm like, am I being a raging biatch right now? Like, being all complaining about not being able to pre-order? Like, it's such a stupid problem to have, right, in the grand scheme of things. But I think I was just annoyed by like how they were just like, no, sorry, it's too late. When it wasn't too late. Or at least be like, I don't know, Be nice about it. It was very just like, nope, sorry, you're too late. Can't do it. And then when I talked to Vandula, they're like, no, you should be able to, because our deadline was the 12th and you placed it on the 11th. So technically I had really like a full 48 or full 24 hours to place my order, and they didn't let me. Whatever. Obviously I'm not holding a grudge because I freaking gave them money today. Just, you Sherman, but at least it was worth it. That anthurium is chef's kiss. But ecuagenera's naming of plants, are you guys okay? Are you guys good? Some of these names I just cackle. They're just so goofy and silly. And then they don't put what the cross is. They're like, oh, anthurium green chihuahua, and then it's like they don't say what it is. So you're like, oh yeah, I just got an anthurium green chihuahua, and I have no idea what the cross is. Okay, enough blabbing. What should I do first? What shall I do first? Well, let's just do this one since it's just right here. What just went flying? The fridge. Okay. Anthurium luxurians. This one finally is sizing up for me after what feels like a million bajillion years. I've had this cutting from Lauren for what feels like ages. And yeah, it's not done anything for me. So we are gonna get it out of here. I don't even see roots on the side. I don't know what the root situation is, but we're gonna find out today. Don't like you anymore. Oh, question. Was I in the middle of answering a question and then I got distracted? Oh, besseae. What, how did we... Okay, my opinion on it is I like it. Oh my gosh, it still barely has any roots, you guys. What is this plant? What are you? Did I get a dud? What's happening here? It's not like this was grown from seed. It's a freaking cutting. You ding dong. How many months have I had this? No, not months. I've had it for over a year. And it has one single measly root. Yeah, I'm throwing this whole thing away. You've done nothing. You've done nothing for me. Okay, I'm going to put it in. I'll put it in a slightly bigger one, but like there are no roots, so what the heck? Do I want to do drainage? I'm trying to do drainage for all of my anthuriums, so maybe I should. Maybe I could put it in this one. Okay, there's an idea. There's an idea. Yeah, I like the besseae af. I do. I just can't grow it, which is why I don't have one. How do I care for a germinated anthurium seed? I'm gonna have a video that goes up in a couple weeks from now going over my care method, but honestly, I literally just use tree fern fiber and I put it in a Tupperware. Give it lots of light, humidity. It can get moldy. It will get moldy, probably. You can air it out every couple days. I was talking to Alice about the germinating seeds and I'm like, do your seeds get really moldy? Like it does that white fuzz type of mold? She's like, yeah, I do. I just leave it. So she just leaves it and then she says it just goes away once it like germinates and a plant grows from it. She says, but like, I guess like the weaker seedlings or the weaker seeds that grow that mold, they eventually just like mush up and die. So I guess that's one way to weed out the weaklings from your batch. But yeah, sometimes I will spray copper fungicide, but I don't really like the idea of spraying copper fungicide on a seed, nor do I like the idea of spraying it on like a fresh root, you know, especially when it's so delicate. So I don't know. My advice is to just put it in a vessel that has like a couple air holes. Maybe don't have it completely sealed, and give it a good amount of light if you can, because the darker it is, it's going to stay really like wet. Where's a good place to ask for anthurium help, specifically to identify potential fungal issues? My recommendation is going to be to join an anthurium group on Facebook. Anthurium Addicts seems to be the most popular anthurium group right now. There's also the Anthurium Enthusiast page. It's not as helpful as it used to be, but you can still find people that are willing to chime in and help. You're not always going to get the right info though. There's always going to be those people, and this is just a pet peeve of mine. It's like, if you don't know the answer to something 100%, just don't answer. Just don't say anything. It's like someone will post something and be like, oh, does anyone know what could be wrong with my plant? And like, it's very clearly like a thrip thing, because I know what thrips looks like. You can see the thrips on the plant, and they'll be like, oh, low humidity, that plant needs higher humidity, and it'll be fixed. And it's like, just come on, stop it, just stop it. I rarely comment. The only time that I will comment on any post really is if it's thrips damage, because I know what thrips damage looks like. I know what spider mites damage looks like. But if someone is posting like a yellow leaf, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's for sure this. You know, it's different when someone approaches it and is like, oh, you might want to try like to check the roots first. If it's not that, then it could be this. But not when I hate when people are like, this is what it is, and that's definitely what it is. But yeah, if you have no luck on those pages, you can try me and Alice's Discord. I will have it linked in the description. There is there's a specific chat where you can talk about like plant issues, and people can chime in and help you diagnose what might be wrong. Just FYI, it helps if you can, like, before you post, and this is like for any group really, if you're specifically looking for help for a plant, I would suggest writing out very specifically what the environment that you give it is, meaning like where it is in the house. Is it given? How much light is it given? What type of light is it given? What are you fertilizing with? What's the substrate it's in? Like, try and be as thorough as possible. And then people are able to give you more accurate information, because they can look at a plant all they want, especially when it's something so vague as a yellowing leaf, because there can be so many reasons why a plant is yellowing. But if you can give people sort of a background on, or give them information on the type of environment you're giving it and the care you're giving it, you will likely get a more accurate answer. Okay, so this one is sized up. We don't know if it's gonna root more. I feel like this Lux has just been such a pain in the booty, but you know what? It's come a long way from just being a stump for, I think it was a stump for maybe 8 or 9 months or something. I actually might be wrong. It might have been longer than that it was a stump. Oh no. My charging cord is stuck in my, no. I can't go that far. Making some progress here, making some progress. What time is it? 3:15. Okay, I want to be done filming in an hour. I don't want to film. I don't want to spend my whole day filming. I want to do stuff in the house while I have energy. But you know what? It's kind of scary that I have energy, because they say that you get like a boost of energy before you go into labor. Because apparently you get these like last minute nesting, you get this last minute nesting energy to get everything prepared before baby comes. Luckily his room is basically done, but I have to learn how to use my my pumps. I don't know how to use them. My sister keeps saying it's so easy, but there's so many parts. There's phalanges, there's tubes. I'm like, where does everything go? I don't know. So I think that was it for the plant questions. The other ones that I got, I've answered in other videos before, and I just don't want to be repetitive. So now we're gonna go on to personal questions, and I'm sorry if you really don't give a crap about me, but this video is timestamped, so I'll make sure to timestamp when, ow, his foot is sticking out of me. I'll be sure to timestamp when this personal part ends, but then you're gonna miss all the repotting, so sorry. What was your favorite childhood snack that is no longer available, and what would you spend to have it again? I love this question because I need to talk about it. So I don't know if, sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a photo. It's not really a snack, but more so a food that I used to eat growing up. And it was the Maruchan instant ramen wonton flavor. They were like wontons in like the instant noodle cups. This one, I cannot explain to you guys how delicious this instant noodle was. By the way, I'm gonna be upsizing both of my Dark Phoenix selves from Jing because it needed it a long time ago. So anyway, this freaking noodle was so good. So my memory as a kid, and when I say kid, I think I was probably like 12 years old or something. Me and my sister would just watch my dad play scary video games on the PlayStation for, I'm talking 9-10 hours a day. We would just hide and like basically lock ourselves in our parents' room, and my dad would play these scary video games. My dad is not the type where he likes to think about the storyline and the things he has to do next. He likes to just do it. And me and my sister would be the ones that are kind of telling him like where to go next, things he missed, because he gets frustrated. Like, you know, when you play video games and you have to find a key, or you have to do some sort of like logistical thinking to unlock a certain part of the game. He doesn't like stuff like that. He likes just using the heavy, you know, machinery, meaning the guns, and he likes just moving forward in the game. So it was kind of like a good mix, because at the time we were too scared to play those games because he was playing primarily things like Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil. No, Metal Gear Solid is not like a scary video game, but when you think about having to, you know, kind of sneak around a bunch of like soldiers, and you have to go behind them and like shiv them, or, okay, this is such a violent, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but there are parts where you have to be really sneaky, and it can be kind of nerve-wracking. So anywho, we made a good team. Yeah, we would just kind of be in my parents' room all day, and all we would eat literally for like lunch and dinner basically were these ramen noodles, and it was so good. It had such an amazing flavor, and I just would give anything to have one of these again. I have gone so far as to try and find some on eBay. Like, you guys, it's there's a point where I was extremely desperate, and it was not a good look. But I would probably pay good money just to have one of them again. I think my number would be realistically, this is so dumb. I'd probably pay $100 for one cup of it just to like savor it. I would, oh man, it was just so delicious. They had like little wontons. They were really flat, and they had this like minced beef in it, and it had that perfect sort of like hot and sour, tangy, savory broth. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm hoping that there is at least one person here that has had this before and remembers it, because it feels like a fever dream now. It's like, I just can't believe it doesn't exist. I don't know why they took it away, because it was so delicious. So if you remember that too and you loved it, are you as sad as I am? Because I'm very, very sad. I'm gonna upsize it to this pot. It's not a huge difference, but it is definitely a difference. So going from this size to that size, I could go one size bigger, but I also have to think about size constraints and where all these things are going. I can't have everything in like massive pots. Okay, next question. What's your favorite dessert? That's a really good question. Before pregnancy, I wasn't really a huge dessert person, surprisingly. I don't really love like cakes and like sweet, I don't know, it wasn't my thing. I'm more into like the savory, the salty, tangy. But I think if I can think of one constant in my life that I've always really liked in terms of a dessert, I think it would be either cookies and cream ice cream, but it has to be from very specific brands. I'll throw in here. There's a specific brand that I ate a lot growing up, and I like it because it has like really big chunks and the vanilla is really good. There are some cookies and cream ice creams where they put like these little tiny flecks of the Oreo, and you're basically just eating vanilla ice cream, and then the vanilla ice cream itself isn't even that good. So it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just highly disappointing. So, oh crap, wait. How many anthurium? Fudge. Dang it. I've potted 2 anthurium now. In the wrong mix. Great. I'm not redoing those. They'll be fine. But I like to add some tree fern fiber to my mix. So this is a base mix that I use for pretty much all my plants. And then when I'm potting anthurium, I just add tree fern. So let's make a small tree fern batch. There's a little bit of tree fern in here from, like, I dumped some in here earlier or yesterday or something. But definitely not as much as I would like. Oh gosh. This is gonna be so dusty. Yeah, so cookies and cream ice cream. Another thing I really, really loved growing up that I could probably eat any time of the day now is Cold Stone vanilla bean ice cream with crushed up graham crackers. It's my favorite. I already know when I blow my nose, I'm gonna have dust, like tree fern fiber dust in it. Did I ever tell you guys a story of when I got my first ever COVID test done, and I was so nervous about getting the COVID test done because one, I thought I had COVID, and that was when we didn't really know much about it, and people were, yeah, it was just really scary to think about having it. So I was anxious about that, and then I heard about how awful taking the COVID test was. This is when they had to basically shove it into your brain, you know, the little stick. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do some repotting to get my mind off of this COVID test that I have to do in a few hours. And yeah, when they went to take the COVID test and they swabbed my nose and they took it out, it was just black. Just black, just black as soil. Because I was mixing a batch of soil and it was so dry and dusty and I was just inhaling everything. I know that's not good for you, but yeah, it was so mortifying. The girl took it out and she looked at it and was, you know, like, I'm sure these testers had seen some nasty, like, boogers and gross things come out of people's nose, but I think maybe I was the only one they ever took a swab out and it was just black. I was so I didn't even say anything either. I didn't even say, oh, I was doing like potting, you know, with soil. I just looked at it and thought, that's not good. That's not a good look. Vince was just like, and I was like, yeah, about that. I didn't think about it. So I think that's probably something she'll never forget. And I have a feeling that she's told multiple people, whoever this tester was, I'm sure she's told multiple people about the girl that came through her COVID test and she pulled a black swab. You know, just nasty. It's just nasty. Okay, so this one's potted. This one has a new leaf coming out too. This one's definitely more vigorous than this one. Like, you can see the size difference, and they've been getting pretty much the same exact care. They had the same substrate. They were living in the same exo or area or whatever, but that one is just so much bigger. But that's okay. We still like her. We're still gonna try. We're not giving up hope. I guess I could answer another question. I don't know if I'm gonna get to repotting all these today because my back hurts from sitting. I think I need to lay down and take some pressure off of my pelvic area, but we'll see how much I can get through. I know Alice had some questions. I hope she doesn't mind. Maybe I'll steal some of her questions. How do you take such nice pictures for Instagram? I actually have a whole video on it. I did a quick video on how I take and edit my photos. So I think that's a leg. I will link that in the description. Losing friendship over the years and gaining new ones, can you still have trust when it was broken? It's very interesting that this person is asking me this question, but I will give my 2 cents. I've definitely cycled through many friends in my life. I think it's more common when you're younger to cycle through friends, but also you go through it as you get older as well. I think because you have to find people that you can drive with, and not even just on a level of, oh, we have good conversation, because that's only one aspect of a friendship that can last. I think you have to find a friendship where you guys have sort of the same friendship style, in that if you're the type of friend who requires the constant check-ins and constant hangouts and like constant talking and things like that, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but if that's your style with your friends, like you want to be always connected, it's not gonna work if you have a friend like me who is very just, I'm okay with seeing you every blue moon. I'm not gonna just randomly text you and be like, hey, how are you? And maybe that makes me sound like a biatch, but I'm just not that type of person. I see all these like TikToks, because now, like, ever since I've been pregnant, my whole algorithm has just switched completely to like mom stuff and baby stuff, because obviously that's the type of content that I've been consuming. And I see a lot of TikToks where they talk about how, you know, they're disappointed in their friends that haven't been checking in on them, like seeing how they're doing, seeing if they need anything. And I don't know if it's just me, but like I don't care if people check in on me or not. Like, I don't expect someone like Alice to message me every few days or weeks and be like, so like, how's it, like, how are you doing? Like, do you need anything? How are you feeling? Like, I just don't care. Like, I don't expect that from people, because that's not how I am. And I think that's why I have maybe been categorized as a bad friend or have drifted from certain friends, because we don't have that same friendship style. But then you have friends like my longest friend that I've ever had. Her name is Joan. I met her when I was 13. And we talk maybe once every 6 months or something. I'm not joking. Sometimes we can go years without seeing each other. But whenever we do talk, it's like we pick right back up where we left off. There's no awkwardness. There's no, it's just, I don't know. It's like it's like she's a sister, and we just don't have that disconnect, you know? She has her own thing going on, I have my own thing going on. I don't feel any type of way if she doesn't greet me on my birthday. I don't feel any type of way if she doesn't send me a Christmas card, because I'm not the type to do that either. So I think that as an adult, you have to find the people that you have the same friendship style with, because I think that's one huge aspect of why some friendships work and some don't. Because I've had my share of friendships in my adult life, especially even in the plant community over the last few years. Sorry, I do want to repot this ficus alii today, but I want to get through, please don't spill. I want to get through most of the anthurium since I have a mix here already. Who's next? I think I'm gonna do this one next. So this is the anthurium fancy pants that I got from the San Francisco plant lady. She sent me this as a thank you for including her in my, like during Christmas, I featured a few shops that you should shop with over, you know, the Christmas holiday. Okay, as much as this is helping support my belly, I think my belly band is making me feel a little claustrophobic. If I can find the picture, I think I might have screenshotted who the potential parents are. I don't think she's super sure on who the parents are, but I'm gonna maybe throw in something here about the fancy pants. And this one has a new leaf coming. I don't love touching plants when they have a new leaf, but I want to get these upsized before they just never get upsized. Oh, maybe I'll mix this into my soil batch. So sorry, going back to the question, yeah, there have been some plant friends that I've made, and like I've kind of fallen in with certain friend groups over the years of plant friends, but then we just sort of drifted because I don't know, I think you just, not that they're like we had any beef or anything, but I think you just connect with more, like certain people more, and you naturally gravitate toward them because it's easier to be friends with them because you guys are so maybe similar or have like identical friendship styles. Like with Alice, it's what I was talking about, like we're not texting each other constantly. If we don't talk for a while, I don't text her like, hey, how are things? You know what I mean? Like, I know she's busy. I know she's got her crap to do. And like, I don't expect the same from her either. And we enjoy our quality time together, but we also both have a very little social meter. And even though it's easy to be around each other and we don't have to exert so much emotional and mental energy when we're around each other, just being around other people in general like drains your social battery. And so we're very aware that each of us have a social battery like that. And if we have plans, we're not going to immediately be like, okay, what are we doing next weekend? You know what I mean? I had to turn on the AC and open my door. I'm getting hot flashes. So hot. To go back to the actual question, what do I guess think about like friendships essentially coming and going? I just think it's a part of life. I don't think it makes you a bad person if you decide to distance yourself from someone for whatever reason, or if you just naturally drift apart. I think that, you know, having friends shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't like suck up your energy. It shouldn't make you feel worse. Like, friends are supposed to be a benefit to your life, or they're supposed to be a positive thing in your life and not something that's like a chore. And so I personally don't feel bad because, I mean, there have been a few times where like I felt like I connected a lot with someone, but like it's not really reciprocated, and I can tell that they don't I don't know. I can tell that maybe they don't want to put as much energy into the friendship as I was prepared to put into it, especially like a new friendship, which is fine. Like, I'm not ever gonna force something. I feel like if something was gonna happen, it should happen naturally, kind of like a relationship. I don't feel like it should be that difficult. Like, you either know if you want to be with that person or not. It's kind of the same thing with the friendship. And you don't want to like force someone to be your friend, because you deserve more than that too. So I don't feel bad. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, but I don't necessarily feel bad when friendships come and go, because you just kind of have to do what you feel is best for yourself, you know? And then in terms of like, can you repair a friendship if the trust is broken? I think it's circumstantial. I think it just depends on what happened. I don't think it's all the same. I don't think you can put like a blanket statement like, oh, you should always forgive and forget or whatever. Is it forgive but don't forget, or forgive and forget? I don't remember. But like I said, it's very, very circumstantial. I have gotten into disagreements with friends who I'm still friends with. I've gotten to disagreements with friends where we're no longer a part of each other's lives, and I just always do what I feel is best for myself. Okay, this one's done. I'm gonna try and blow through these little guys. This one here is turning out so cute. So this one is a Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam crossed with, not a dress, it's not a pure dress. I think it's a dress hybrid. I need to ask Alice again. I need to make a new tag for this because this tag is wrong. But the new leaf is turning out really, really cute. Or like the plant in general is turning out really cute. It's kind of got this wide sinus and this reddish tint to the venation. Adorbs. I got this one as a teeny tiny little plant. It was literally like the leaf was like smaller than a dime. This one was just growing in tree fern fiber pond, and the substrate is so wet. I'm surprised it's happy. I usually tend to rot plants that are in such a heavy tree fern fiber mix. I usually need to amend it with a lot of perlite in order to keep it happy. I'm gonna chop off these bottom leaves. Oh my gosh, look how tiny this thing is. It's so small. Look at this little leaf. It's smaller than it's like as big as my pinky toenail. It's so little. You've come a long way, sir. I'm proud of you. I hate working with wet substrate, and I think all of these are wet because I watered it not too long ago. I just steamed these fours, now they're dirty again, and I don't know why I even try. I keep saying, oh, I'm gonna get all my repotting done, or as much repotting done before Archie gets here so that I can just focus on being a mom, but we all know it doesn't work out that way. There's always something that has to be repotted, something that has to be tended to, but that's also why I love this hobby. It's like it always keeps you on your toes, it's always fresh and exciting, always something to do. Oh, and someone asked another question if I like gardening. No. I hate it, in fact. I don't really like being outside gardening, mostly because I don't like getting pestered by bugs, and I don't know. The interest is just not there. Like, even when I had a plot at the community garden, I just didn't really enjoy being out there. I would do the bare minimum. I would water, but whenever I was like planting veggies and herbs and whatever, I'm like, I just want to do this as fast as possible and get the heck home. I don't know. It's just not for me. I can appreciate a really pretty garden. I think it would be different if I had my own yard and I could plan out what I wanted it to look like. Maybe then, but I think even so, while I'm out there, I probably would not have as much fun as when I'm indoor potting. Like I think, or indoor planting, indoor growing, I think I would just try and be in and out as quick as possible. And the only reason I would maybe enjoy it is like the planning of it and like seeing what it's gonna look like and being able to just enjoy the aesthetic of it. But I do not have that same passion for outdoor gardening as I do indoor. Not at all. Even when I was growing herbs on my balcony, I was like, ugh, I have to go outside again and water them every day. Yeah, it's just not for me. Not for me. I tried it, but don't like it. Oh, come on. Let's make a new tag for her because I'm gonna forget again, and then I'm gonna ask Alice and she's gonna be like, seriously, woman, get with the program. Honestly, when I water my shelf today, it's probably just gonna be a quick time lapse because I'm tired. I don't even know if I'm gonna include it in this video because I don't know. I feel like I've shown so much watering in my, he keeps sticking his little like elbow out or something. I've shown so much watering of my living room shelf the last few videos that I'm like, it's the same thing, just watch me water. So I don't know, maybe we don't do that today. I'm tired. All right, you are done. Done. I should put these back in here so I can water them. And then I do have to spray. Let's actually spray some of these plants down now so they can dry. Don't mind the mess, you guys, but I was like, where's my dog? Where's my puppy dog? Are you sleeping in your brother's bed? You crazy dog, you sleeping in your brother's bed? That sounds like a good spot. That's the perfect spot for a puppy. Who is next? Let's do this one. This is another one I'm really excited to see grow this summer, is my King of Spades Tazula Red Crystal from another one from my friend Dania. And it's so round. Oh my gosh. Make plant friends, you guys. That's just how you do it, you know? Sometimes it's even better to, like, if you're really trying to build your collection, instead of trying to just like sell, like propagate your really cool plants for like trades, because sometimes you'll get people, like, I'm not talking about Dania specifically, but like I'm just gonna say me in general. If there's a plant I really want and someone has it, and let's say that the plant that they want to trade from me is like worth way more, I'd still be inclined to do the trade, because if I want that plant, then, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna agree to the trade, even though it's not monetarily, I guess, fair or equal. To me, it's like, you get a wish list plant, I get a wish list plant, and we're both happy. So propagate your plants. I'm gonna just peel off all these tiny little leaves at the bottom and just leave the two up at the top, just so I can bury it a little bit deeper. It has a new leaf coming out too. How exciting. I don't know, this seems so big. That's what she said. But we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, more questions. I think I want to answer some that Alice got. We answered a lot of these on in her car chat. Orchid bark in pon instead of orchiata. Probably would not recommend that, just because orchid bark is going to deteriorate really fast in pon and get really like mushy and gross. Orchiata, the way it is like processed, it essentially like doesn't degrade, and it has like antifungal properties and things like that. So I would not try and save money that way. If you're gonna do pon, I would just add perlite. You know, if you don't want to add orchiata because of the cost or whatever accessibility, I would just say don't put orchiata in your pon. And honestly, I'm not really putting orchiata in my pon anyway. I'm just doing perlite in the pon. I think I've touched on this in like another video in like casual conversation. It says caring for / enjoying plants. I have soil on my lip. Caring for / enjoying plants in your plant rooms versus in your living spaces. So a huge reason why I wanted to grow anthurium out in the living room, or just like really plants in general out in my living room, is so that I can enjoy them. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that that's like the only reason, because for my anthurium, I just didn't want to grow them primarily in greenhouses because of the fungal thing that I was dealing with. Yes, I do have anthurium in greenhouses, but these are ones that are like acclimatizing. These are ones that have issues or that need a little bit more time to get established to move out there. But eventually I want to grow all of them in my living room, and it really is to be able to enjoy them. You know, I like going out in my living space and just seeing a bunch of green. I love seeing my big pillowy plants out there, and I just feel like it makes the space so much more homey, and yeah, I just really enjoy it. But it's a whole other mindset when I'm in here. I feel like my plant room is a place of experimentation, rehabilitation, propagation, all the shuns, and it's like the plants that I want to see like really size up. Like, you know, my patriciae, my hetero, they're all in my tent. I have some of my bigger ones here, and I just, yeah, it's a whole other, yeah, mindset when I'm growing in the plant room. It's kind of like the laboratory, but I still want to try and present them in an aesthetically pleasing way where when I'm in here, I feel happy, you know, I feel like it's a nice space to be in, and it's not just like a cluttered space to put excess plants. I think that it's still worth investing as much time into the setup of your plant room space as I think you should put as much thought and effort into your plant room space as you do your other parts of your house. That's just me. And I think even if I wasn't doing YouTube and like nobody was seeing this room but myself, I would still want it to look as aesthetically pleasing as possible while being functional. So again, totally different aesthetic. What is tickling my face? Totally different aesthetic from here to out there. Like, I would never use these wire shelves out in my living room. I'd never have probably this many exos in my living room. I would never have propagations in bins in my living room. Like, there are certain boundaries that I set for the living room space, but that's because I have the luxury of separating them. So I hope you don't feel some type of way if like you literally live in like a studio and you have no choice but to have your bins in your living room. If those were my circumstances, I for sure would have all of this in there too. But because, you know, again, it's a luxury. I have the privilege of having a separate space for a setup like this. That's just kind of my mindset. So I do think, as nice as it is to be able to grow big, beautiful, perfect Instagram looking leaves inside of a controlled environment, inside of a tent, some type of greenhouse, I don't think that the trade-off for me is worth it. I'd much rather have plants that have more cosmetic damage or are growing a lot slower and be able to enjoy them out in my space, because I just don't think it would be the same. I don't think I would love my space out there as much as I do if I didn't have as many plants out there. So again, for me, the trade-off is worth it. No, I don't have the biggest, most beautiful plants in the plant community, certainly not even the plant YouTube community, but I value the aesthetic that plants bring to this space as much as I do the actual growing part of it, if that makes sense. I'm just like blabbing now, but I hope that makes sense. We're gonna do, who are you? Oh no. Was this my variegated one? Oh, it was. I was looking for you. Doesn't look that variegated. Actually, it kind of does. So this is one of the Hoff X red crystal seedlings that has the slightest amount of variegation. I don't need to upsize this one. This one can stay. I was looking for that last night. I was like, where did I put that seedling? That was supposed to be variegated, but yeah, it was hiding. Okay, so now the last one in that bin is my actual red crystal that I got from Amanda that hates me so much. This plant despises me. I think I just need to get it in some new substrate because it's been in this vessel for ages. I don't remember the last time that I changed this soil and it looks disgusting. I think that's all the questions unless I got more that I didn't screenshot. Let's see. Do you like variegated anthuriums? Yes. Yeah, I think some of them are really cool, but some of them look really sick. So I don't know. I would never shell out the money for a variegated anthurium, honestly, unless it was for like a crazy good price or part of like a good trade or something. That's the only time that I would like try and get my hands on a variegated anthurium. Otherwise, I am not shelling out a penny. No, that's contradictory because I said if I got it at a good price. I'm just not gonna shell out the money that they're worth on the market now. To me, it's just not worth it. I enjoy the green so much that like having a variegated version of an anthurium it's not gonna change my life. So I like it, but not enough to spend the money on it. Tips on sizing up McDowell when growing in ambient conditions. I wish I had a good answer for this, honestly. Okay, so I find that the McDowell kind of flip-flops back and forth between wanting to climb and wanting to crawl. And so I never really know what I'm doing with it. Oh, that's mushy. Oh, it was just the top that was mushy. Okay. Whew, you're fine. I could probably propagate this, but I'm not because I propagated this ages ago and I'm not trying to have another stump in the prop box for another year. So we're not gonna do that. Honestly, I have grown my McDowell ever since I've had it. I've just always grown it in no drainage. No drainage seems to, like, it doesn't seem to mind it. And I try and see what the stem is doing, if it wants to climb, if it wants to crawl. Just make sure that like I can give it support, whether through a pole or through a crawling pot, so that like the new growth can actually grow into it. But if you guys see the current situation of my McDowell, I could probably do just like a dedicated short video on repotting my McDowell because it is wonky right now. It is climbing out of the pot. There's probably like this much stem on each of the plants that are outside of the pot, just like growing completely out. And it's sizing up just fine. I feel like because I'm fertilizing it weekly, it's still getting, you know, the nutrients and minerals it needs. The leaves probably could be way bigger than it is now if I actually took the time to repot it and put it in a crawling pot. But at this point, it just looks so nice that I'm not hard pressed on like trying to size up the leaves even more. I'm like, if you just put out new leaves and you look nice and bushy, I'm happy. So my goal is not all the time trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger leaves. It really just depends my goal for that plant specifically in the space that it's in. So if my McDowell's leaves just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm talking sizes that are like you see at greenhouses or like, you know, when it's planted outside, I would have no space. I'm already struggling with space as it is. I just want something that fills in that space nicely, something that looks really bushy and it's doing its job. So I'm happy with it. But if I can offer any advice, I guess, and this is all anecdotal, but growing in no drainage has been amazing for my McDowell's personally, and pond. I have killed my fair share of McDowell's though, I will say, but ever since I've just kind of kept it really simple, not messed with it too much, it's been fine. So no drainage, perlite heavy pond, fertilize weekly, so like maybe a quarter strength weekly of fertilizer. I'm using TPS 1 right now with CalMag, rotating every other week, and that's pretty much it. I hope that is helpful. It's probably not. I'm gonna make a new tag for this because I can't see what this says anymore. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna brand this video as a plant vlog. I don't even really know what a plant vlog is, because a plant vlog is like just really a day of doing plant things, right? Like for me, a vlog, it feels vloggy because I went out and I like did stuff, but a majority of the video is me sitting at home repotting. So like, what is it? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But I'm almost done here and I'm so glad, because I think I'm just gonna water on my own today and not, you know, do it for the camera. I'm just tired. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is take a nap. I'm gonna take a fat nap, even though it's 4 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I wake up for dinner time, I think it's fine. I can still get a lot done. Okay. Red Crystal is in, hopefully. Takes to the transition well. Who really knows? I don't know if she's ready to go into something yet. Let's let her callus a little. I might not even do it on camera because I want it to callus for even longer. But here's my ficus alii. It has grown pretty significantly in terms of like how many leaves there are. Don't know if I want to like, I don't know. I need to do something because it's really root bound in here now, and I think it's just time. I think it's just time to get it out. I kind of want to pick out the leca in here. Oh, maybe I should let it dry first. Ew. Okay, I don't have any more anthurium to do, so I think I do. Because I'm thinking I'll just mix this back into my base mix, but I don't want to waste it because I have tree fern in here. So I'm like, maybe I do repot one more, like enough anthurium to use all this mix. But I don't want to. I want to be done now. I want to be done. I could repot my X1. I think the new leaf is done hardening off. I showed this in the Palm Street Live. This is just so freaking beautiful. This is a cartel plant. I don't know, I don't want to waste tree fern fiber on a ficus that doesn't need the tree fern fiber. I mean, technically no plant needs tree fern fiber. Obviously I prefer it. Whoa. All of these roots are stuck to the sides. I don't want to rip them off. This is I was telling Alice, like, it's a pretty good size for being a mid-cut. Like, this is a mid-cutting, and the leaf is like huge. It's like bigger than the leaf it was propagated from. I'm definitely not complaining. I probably could have reused this tree fern, but it's fine. I hate when tree fern has those big clumps and then a root grows into it. It's like, I'm not gonna say a death sentence, but meaning that clump's gonna go, you're either gonna rip that root off or the clump is shooting at your chest. It's just gonna go into your new vessel. Okay, so I'm going to pot this in something much bigger. I think I'm gonna go for this size, so it's going from this little cup to that. Not a huge size difference, but any size up is good. I actually don't have any more questions to answer, so it's probably good that we're just ending this video soon because I'm tired. I can't wait to be on mat leave, you guys. I'm ready. I've been ready. No, you know what? This is too small. Let's go bigger. Go big or go home. Go harder. What's the saying? Go harder, go home. Go big or go home. Go big or go hard. What is it? Okay, this is technically the same diameter. They're both 6-inch pots, but it doesn't have that little lip that comes up at the bottom, so it can technically fit more roots anyway. Should be able to use the rest of this tree fern now. There's always so much soil and dirt on my belly after I'm repotting or after I repot. Upsized by a lot for sure. I need to make, did I ruin the leaf? Finally did something right for once. Oh, I have a few more questions. Okay, wait, hold on. What do you like better, anthurium hybrids or true anthurium species? I think it just depends, but I have to say I'm probably more of a fan of the hybrids, to be honest. Because not only does it have hybrid vigor, but I don't know, I like the idea of smushing two, like features of two cool plants together and making another cool plant. I don't know. I feel like most of my favorites in my house are hybrids. I mean, you know, obviously you have like the Wendlingeri, you have the Pallidiflorum. Those are like classics. Like you gotta love those. Like a really nice crystallinum is nice, but if you think about some of the plants that are just like so cherished, it's gonna be a lot of these hybrids. So I think I'm more of a hybrid girly. Okay, X1 done. What is your most wished plant? You can only pick one. Ooh, which plant do I like, or which plant is my okay, what's like my top wish list plant right now? Let's go through my wish list. I have a wish list on Instagram, but oh, okay, yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's the anthurium, are they calling it the blood moon? The anthurium hoffmanii red sinus. That's probably my number one right now. I just have not stopped thinking about that plant. I'm too scared to invest the money in buying one, even if it's like a butt cut or something, because they're so expensive and I'm just too scared of killing it, you know? And it's like, I even had someone, hello? I even had someone who was nice enough to gift it to me. He was like, the only reason that I even have this plant or know about this plant is because of you and your channel, and I just like want to give you a piece of the plant. And like, I've been too scared to take it because I just keep thinking, what if I kill it? But that is my, oh God, this is really dense in here. That is my most wanted plant at the moment, is the Hoff red sinus. I just think it's so beautiful. It has everything that I love about an anthurium. It has like the color, just being really, really dark. It has the texture, has like sort of like that frog like rhino skin texture, very pebbly. It's got that nice pink sinus. It's just the most adorable thing you've ever seen. This thing is so root bound that I'm not even gonna attempt to try and take it out. I'm just gonna leave it and let it figure itself out, because at this point I think I would do more damage trying to untangle this root ball. I'm just gonna plop it into the new vessel, which will be what? We don't know. I just start repotting. I don't plan anything. Oh, let's answer more. Rapid fire, rapid fire. Okay, I'll answer one more personal one. This one says, do you ever get tired of being on social media? Yes, I do. Has nothing to do with you guys, obviously. But I think the vicious cycle of filming, editing, taking pictures of your plants, and like trying to keep up with the algorithm, trying to stay relevant, all of that, it's just exhausting. Like the times where I'm literally just at home and I'm not filming and I'm just doing plant stuff. I don't post it on Instagram. I just do these things in secret. It's so fun. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder, like, why did I do this? Why did I choose this life? But I think that the pros of being on social media, especially in the plant space, I think it certainly outweighs the cons, or what I consider cons. But I will say that it does get tiring. It gets repetitive. It's exhausting, not only producing the content, but I guess trying to stay relevant, trying to stay creative, trying to not please everyone, but, you know, make content that you would want to watch too, and keeping up with comments. Not that it's a chore, but it does, you fall behind really easily. And I wanted to do the thing where, like, after I post a video, like, yeah, I'll stay on YouTube for half an hour, and like reply to comments, but a lot of the times the comments come in much later than an hour or two, like the bulk of them. And I don't really have the time or the energy really to just sit there and reply to comments, and so a lot of them go unanswered, and I do feel bad about it, and then it just keeps piling and piling, and then I get to a point where I see a comment that was like from 4 months ago or 6 months ago, and I'm like, is it even worth replying? Like, this person's gonna be like, seriously, I asked you this like a million bajillion years ago. So there's that part of it. There's like social anxiety. I don't know, it's just, I will say my instincts lately have been like ninja level, because yes, I'm clumsy, but some of my saves lately are just like, damn, I don't think I would have been able to do that before. Lightning fast. I hope she is not upset with me after this repot and doesn't throw a fit. I would be very sad, because my ficus deltoidea, after that repot that I did on camera, she hated it. She freaking hated it. Pretty much lost all of its leaves. It was really sad. So now she's all chopped up and in a prop box, which is really, really unfortunate, because I loved that plant a lot. Sorry. All right, she's in. I think this one needs like a mushroom or something. The pot is so big and there's so much empty space back here, but I think it's good. I want to, do they need to be closer together, or is it fine like that? I feel like they need to be friends. You know what I mean? Like, should I tie them closer together, or just let them, I'll just let them hang. Minimal amount of energy right now, and I still have to clean up all my Lanta Okay, I think the last one is this little guy here. I don't even know what to put it in. Okay, we're thinking airy, nice and airy. Okay, I'm thinking leca or perlite, but I'm inclined. Oh gosh, I don't want it to dry. Okay, sorry. I'm talking myself through this. I think I'm gonna do leca. Don't ask me why. I just think it's a good rehab substrate. It's really airy, lots of air pockets in it. Hello? It's like the more leca I add, the further it keeps coming up. Okay. We want you to stay inside, buddy. Inside. This is when that like micro leca would come in handy. My friend Ina has it in her shop and I've been meaning to ask her about it because I want to try it. I feel like the micro leca would have been so perfect for this little guy. Can you stop? Can you stop? Why are you the way that you are? Just stay in there. It keeps moving. Okay, now it's in. Gosh dang, it took long enough. My goodness. Okay, please move out of my way. I need air. All right, wow, I've made a huge mess, but I got a lot done. I had a good day. I brought home a lot of plants that are making me very happy right now. I brought home technically two wishlist plants, and I think overall it was a successful day. I'm going to now try to enjoy the rest of my Saturday, do some watering, clean up a bit, and then nap and have a good dinner. So thank you guys for hanging out with me in today's vlog or day of plant things. I don't really know what I'm calling it. I hope you guys had a good time kind of seeing what was at the ecuagenera show and seeing what was at our local nursery here. I'm excited for what the nurseries will bring this summer. I know that I'm going to have a new child, but the plants are not going to stop. I have one import coming in. There's like 2 new plants I think that I got from Lauren. So still more exciting things to come, but I do need to purge some now, and I'll probably do that in a future video. So anywho, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me hang out with you while you did your plant chores, if that's what you did. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.